Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to KRP Creative Physics. After the completion of rest and motion, so let's move on to the next topic here. So name of the topic is distance and displacement. Most important topic, distance and displacement. So we are going to learn about distance and displacement. Okay, na? So first we will see distance here. What is meant by distance? The total length of the path covered by the object. The total length of the path traveled by the object said to be distance. Okay, na? The total length of the path covered by the object is known as distance. And we will see displacement. So what is meant by displacement here? The shortest path covered by the object between any 2 points. The shortest path covered by the object between any 2 points in a specified direction, or else in a particular direction is said to be displacement. Okay, na? So that is a definition of displacement. So now we are going to observe the differences between distance and displacement. Okay friends, let's discuss the differences between distance and displacement. So first we will consider distance here. So what is meant by distance? The actual length of the path covered by the object between initial position and final position is said to be distance. So what does it mean here? I am writing here actual length of the path. Actual length of the path. Actual length of the path covered by the object between any 2 points is said to be distance. Okay, na? So then we will see displacement. So what is meant by displacement here? The shortest distance. What is that? The shortest distance covered by the object between initial and final positions. Between initial and final positions is said to be its displacement. So now I am going to write here shortest distance between any 2 points. Any 2 points is said to be displacement. So that is the first difference. Okay, na? And next difference is distance is a scalar quantity. What is that? What is that? Distance is a scalar quantity. What does it mean here? As we know that scalar, what is meant by scalar quantity here? If a physical quantity is independent of direction, that means it is not going to dependent on direction, then it is said to be scalar. So here distance is not going to dependent on direction, so it is said to be scalar quantity. Then what about displacement? Displacement is a vector quantity. So why? Because purely displacement is dependent on direction, so it is considered as vector quantity. So that is the next difference. And next difference here, distance is always positive. It is always positive. Okay, distance is always positive. It does not becomes negative value. And what about displacement? Displacement may becomes positive or negative. So why? Because it is dependent on direction. So if an object is moving opposite to its reference point, it becomes negative. Okay, that's why displacement may becomes positive or negative quantity. Next, let's see the fourth difference here. So if we consider the fourth difference, so when we are going to add the distance, when we are going to find the total distance, what we need to do here? Just we need to add the individual distances in normal manner. So algebraic sum of the individual distances gives the total distance. Algebraic sum, just we need to add that one, all the individual distances. So then how to find the total displacement or net displacement? So it is nothing but vector sum of individual displacements. Vector sum of individual displacements. So it is nothing but algebraic sum of individual distances. That is the difference. Algebraic sum means what we need to do here? Just we need to add everything. We need to add everything. So then what is meant by vector sum here? Vector sum means we should not add everything here. According to the direction we need to add. So if same direction is there means we need to add that quantities. If opposite direction is there means we need to subtract that one. So that is the difference between algebraic sum and vector sum. Now I am writing here algebraic sum. Algebraic sum. Okay, what about here? Here vector sum. Okay, na? To find the total displacement and total distance. And next, fifth one, distance does not become 0. So distance does not becomes 0. It does not equals to 0. But what about displacement? Displacement may equals to 0. Displacement may become 0. So when the displacement becomes 0, if the object, again it's coming to the original position, or else if the object after traveling certain distance, again finally if the object is able to reach its initial position, then in that case displacement becomes 0. So but what about distance here? We need to consider everything now. So distance does not become 0. And last one, if we consider the units, of distance here in SI system in meters and centimeters, and at the same time we'll measure the displacement also in meters and centimeters. So these are all the differences between distance and displacement. I hope that everyone will understand the differences between distance and displacement by this video. So after the completion of this one, so we are going to learn some numerical problems related to distance and displacement. Okay, let's see the problems. Okay friends, let's learn the numerical problems related to distance and displacement. So this is the first problem here. So a person moving in a circular path of radius 7 meters. Find his distance and displacement after the 1.5 round. After the completion of 1.5 round. So let's move into this. Okay friends, to solve this problem, so we need to draw the diagram. Already I draw the diagram in the form of circular track. So this is a radius here, 7 meters and 7 meters. So let us assume that he is starting from point A. Okay na? So what radius is completed? How many rounds he is making here? 1.5 round. So that means, let's observe properly here. So this is 1 round. A to A, 1 round is completed. Okay na? Next, half round. Half round means what here? So this one. This is the half of the circle. So B. So this is his final position after the completion of 1.5 round. Okay na? Right. So now first we'll find out the distance here. We'll consider distance. Okay na? So what is meant by distance here? According to the definition of the distance, we know that total length of the path covered by the object. So after the completion of 1.5 round, how much distance he is considering? Okay, for 1 round, what is the distance here? Circumference we have to take. Circumference of the circle. Okay, so here what we need to take here? Distance after 1.5 round. So what it becomes here? After the completion of 1.5 round. For 1 round, its circumference. So as we know that circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So this is for 1 round. Only 1 round is completed. And remaining half round is here na? Circumference of semicircle, half of the circle. So what is the principle here? Pi r. Okay na? So you should know the formulas here. Circumference of full circle is nothing but 2 pi r. Circumference of half circle is nothing but 2 pi r by 2. 2 gets cancelled, pi r. So that is the total distance. So now we need to substitute the values here. 2 pi r plus pi r, how much here? 3 pi r. 3 pi r. So now 3 into pi means how much? 22 by 7. Okay na? So what about the radius here? Radius value is given. So that is nothing but 7. Radius is 7 centimeters. Sorry, 7 meters. I am going to substitute here. 7 gets cancelled. So 22 into 3. So what about that one here? 66 meters. So that is the distance on it. So we got the distance. So finally we can write that distance equals to 66 meters. So in this way we can find the distance. It is very easy. And what about the displacement here? So let's move on to the displacement here. How to find the displacement? Distance equal to how much we got? Distance equals to 66 meters. So now we need to find displacement. Okay. We need to find displacement for after the completion of 1.5 round. You should not forget 1.5 round. That is very, very important. So now you just observe, try to observe what I am doing here. Displacement is shortest path after the completion of 1.5 round. So for 1 round, displacement is 0. Okay, now for after the completion of 1 round, displacement is 0. So why? Because object is coming to its initial position again. Displacement is 0. And remaining what we need to consider only half round. So this is the initial position and this one is the final position. Initial position and final position. So what is the actual meaning of displacement? It is the shortest path between any 2 points in a specified direction. So this is the shortest path between initial and final position. So that means what here? So that line is nothing but diameter of the circle. So we can write displacement equal to diameter of the circle. So what about the diameter here? 7 plus 7. How much? 7 plus 7. 14 meters. So that is the value of displacement. Okay na? So that is the difference between distance and displacement. So in this particular problem, after the completion of 1.5 round, distance is 66 meters. 66 meters. And what about the displacement? Displacement is its diameter. Diameter is nothing but 7 plus 7. 14 meters. So this is regarding distance and displacement for this problem. So let's see the next problem here. Okay friends, this is a second numerical problem here. So question is like this. From this diagram, find the distance and displacement of an object between AB. So we need to find the distance and displacement between AB. So that means A is initial point, initial position and B is final position. And from the diagram it is very, very clearly known that so we have 2 paths between A and B. So this is a straight path. That means it is considered as displacement. It is clearly known that so this particular path is representing displacement. Okay na? And what about this L-shaped path here? So this is representing, so that means this one. So this one is representing, this L-shaped path is representing distance. Okay na? So now first we will calculate the distance value here. Why? Because it is very easily known that from the diagram. Distance equal to what here? From A to AO plus OB. So that is sum of the AO plus OB gives this distance. So AO value how much? 3. And what about OB? 4. 3 plus 4. How much? 7 meters. So that is the distance. It is very, very clear known that 3 plus 4 gives distance. Nothing is there in that one. But we need to find displacement. Right. So from this particular diagram, it is a right angle triangle. It's a 90 degrees. So we need to find out the hypotenuse. We need to find out this hypotenuse. So here displacement is exactly equal to hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. So as we know that from the Pythagoras theorem, from the Pythagoras theorem, so what do we have here? Hypotenuse square equals to so height square plus base square, or else side square plus side square, whatever we can write. Okay na? So from the right angle triangle, according to the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equals to height square plus base square. So here we need to find hypotenuse square. So hypotenuse square equals to, hypotenuse square means what here? AB. So that is nothing but displacement. AB square equals to what do we have? AO square plus, and remaining one is OB square. OB square. So right. So now AB square equals to, AO means how much here? 3 square. Okay na? What about OB square? 4 square. Okay na? 3 square plus 4 square. So if we add all these things, 3 square means 9, 4 square means 16. What will get? 25. So AB square equals to 25. So AB square is nothing but displacement square, but we need to find displacement. That means AB equal to what? Under root 25. So under root 25 becomes how much? Under root 25 is 5 meters. So here AB represents hypotenuse, but hypotenuse is nothing but displacement. So therefore displacement is how much here? 5 meters. So this is 5 meters. Displacement is 5 meters. And what about the distance? 3 plus 4 is nothing but 7 meters. So now finally we find the distance and displacement from this second numerical problem. So in this way we have to solve the problems to find the distance and displacement. So this is what I want to convey from this video here. Okay, thank you everyone. Keep watching KRP Creative Physics. I need your continuous support here towards my channel. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.